All right, Phil.
Governor, this is Eldon McCurley, who's from Smith County. Eldon, what's your question?
Good afternoon, Governor.
How you doing?
This, as a Smith County property owner, taxes are very important to me. Paying them. This last legislative session, what did you and the other lawmakers do to lower our property taxes?
Well, thank you for the question, but I understand your pain. I want you to know that we've heard similar stories from people around the entire state of Texas that property taxes are making it unaffordable to live in a house or to rent a place to live, or even for a business to stay open. And that's why we worked with your senator and your House members to make sure that we had transformative property tax reform. We did these three things. One, we used more than $5 billion to reduce your property tax rates. On average, across the state of Texas, that will be about a 7% reduction in the first year with an increased reduction in the second year. I read in the Tyler newspaper that in your independent school district, it looks like in the first year, it'll be about a 6.7% reduction in your property tax rate. Now, in addition to that, know this, because what I'm about to tell you is the biggest effort ever in the state of Texas to limit the growth of government. It involves limiting the ability of those taxing authorities to come back in behind our tax decrease and jack up those property taxes again. This is the greatest effort ever in the history of Texas to limit government. What it does is it puts a limit on school districts. They cannot grow their property tax revenue more than 2.5%. Cities and counties cannot grow their property tax revenue more than 3.5%. As a result, even if your property values skyrocket, they will not be able to increase their property taxes. In fact, they will be required to decrease their property tax rates to stay within the property tax limits. Bottom line is this: you deserve to own your home as opposed to paying rent to government, and we did more to effectuate that end than ever before in the history of the state.
Good, thank you.
One quick follow-up on that, Governor. Senate Bill 2, as you mentioned, really it will slow the growth of property tax, save money in the future. There was another idea that you pushed for in the legislature that did not pass, a raise of the sales tax in order to buy down people's property taxes, and that would have lowered much more taxes than they are currently. The legislature didn't go there with you. Are you going to bring that back next session, or are you going to accept defeat on that?
No, this is a conversation people need to have, because people need to understand what the conversation is. And that is, you want lower property taxes. Most everybody wants lower property taxes. The issue is, are we going to achieve lower property taxes incrementally, just a tiny bit year after year, or are we going to be able to meaningfully cut property taxes? My preferred goal would be to cut property taxes by 25%. By 50%, or maybe get rid of property taxes altogether. In order to achieve that, though, you have to have another revenue stream to pay for that. The one that most people have supported as an alternative is a consumption tax. If people are willing to do that, I'm for it. But listen, this has to be something that people buy into. If people are against that, they can be assured of what we will do. We will work every single session to achieve greater property tax reduction. If I could, let me add one last thing that I omitted from my answer earlier. There's another component that went along with that property tax reduction, and that is we cut what's known as Robin Hood recapture by almost 50%, making sure that the money you raise in property taxes from your school district stays in your schools, paying for the education of your students who live right here.
So, Governor, just to clarify, yes, you'll bring the tax swap idea back next session?
Listen, any strategy that will reduce property taxes will always be on the table.